How does it feel to be back? It's been 16 months, the longest layoff of your career. Time flies by. How does it feel to be in fight week again?
Yeah, it feels good. It doesn't feel like it's been that long, to be honest. Maybe because I've been a few fight weeks as a guest fighter,
Mm,
doing interviews and even doing some of the Q&As at the weigh-in. So I don't know. Maybe that's why. Just it doesn't seem that long ago, but but at the same time, really looking forward to getting in there.
yeah, no, I understand. Um, how does it feel to feel the UFC has your back the way they do? Because it's a very big card, of course. You're coming off two losses, but you're headlining one of the biggest pay-per-views at the moment. How does that feel?
Uh, yeah, it feels good, especially because it's such a good card as well. It's stacked from top to bottom. So to be the main event for that is awesome. Fighting for the title. Yeah, and we want to. I reckon there'll be some good fights through the night, but I want to finish it with a bang. So really looking
Yeah.
forward to getting that strap and taking it home.
You got a very exciting dancing partner for that, of course. What do you make of Diego Lopes, and what do you think his biggest threats for you lay?
Yeah, man, he's a very aggressive fighter, right? I expect him to come aggressively. When I say aggressively,
Like he always does.
yeah, exactly. Like I don't think he's just going to run forward. I don't think he's that
Uh-huh.
crazy. But at the same time, you think of hitting him, he's swinging hard and hard back.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it isn't just looking for the counter. He's looking for the combo counter. He's ready to just scrap as soon as you get in range. Yeah. So I'm expecting fireworks. I'm expecting him to bring it. I think I'll get him pretty uncomfortable on the feet. Maybe he gets that little bit more aggressive, but I think that's where he is most dangerous. But at the same time, bigger opening for me, right? Like I think that's where I can capitalize. I think that could be his downfall. His best chance is being aggressive, but I think that'll be the downfall as well.
Uh-huh. You've been fighting the top guys in the world for years now. How do you prepare for someone with such an active submission game from the bottom? Did you bring in someone specific for that?
Yeah, I did. We've got a few guys even at the gym are quite handy with the submissions. Colby Thickness and a couple other guys, but obviously bring in Craig Jones doing the work with
Yeah.
him as well. He does have a dangerous ground game, but at the same time, I'm used to that. I've had a lot of dangerous guys to train with and even fight. I'm pretty sound down there. Obviously, he's very dangerous. I had to work on a few things, make sure if we get down there, that I'm ready for what's thrown at me. So like we did a bit of a study on that, and very happy with what we found and what we think we could capitalize on.
Cool, good stuff. Um, you were always very strategic in your fights. You had a long layoff. Is there's something you really worked on in that layoff? Can we expect new tricks from you this Saturday?
Um, yeah, I mean, overall game, just working on the
Uh,
overall game, really. But it was more game planning, right? The strategy and all that, and just focused a lot of that stuff through camp. So even if I was training for new tricks, you need to make sure that fits in with the strategy and the game plan, right? But
uh,
maybe a couple of other things are there. So we'll have to see fight night.
Looking forward to that. You've been working with your team for a long, long time now. How important was your team in making this decision to take some time off? And how important was that team during that layoff, working back towards where you are right now?
Yeah, everyone was sweet with it. We all knew I needed the break and be
Uh-huh.
good for me. And yeah, they were all supportive with that. And then it got to a time, it was like, all right, let's get back into it. And we're all ready to get in there and get it done.
Uh-huh. For you, what motivates you the most at this stage of your career? Because you've won the belt, you defended it, you've had incredible fights with the lightweight champion. A lot of people thought you won the first fight. What motivates you at this point in your career? Of course, you want to avenge the two losses, but what drives you the most?
Yeah, it's not really just avenging the two losses. Really, I'm looking at this as my biggest fight of my career. Like I think it is. Like I'm not just
Uh-huh.
saying that just because they amp myself up. Coming off the losses, as you said, the age thing that everyone keeps bringing up, and all these stats and all this that everyone wants to bring up. Like a lot of the chips are stacked against me, right? A lot of people thinking, nah, you can't get it done. And for me to go and get my belt now, I think is the biggest part of my story. So it's
Uh-huh.
easy to be motivated. It's easy this isn't just another title fight. This is, a title fight coming off a couple of losses, a big break that I've never done. So this is a situation I've never been. And then again, I think it's just, the biggest part of my story. So very, very easy to be dialed in and motivated for this one.
And when you win the belt again this Saturday, there's some new names in the mix as well. Evloev, for example, Pitbull's making his debut this weekend against Jair. What's the plan when you win the belt? Defending the belt, or do you want to jump up the lightweight and potentially go after Topuria to get that fight back?
I mean, I'd love to do that, right? I'd love to get
Uh-huh.
that win back, both wins back, really. But the timing's just not going to work for that. I'm planning on getting straight back in there. I want to defend straight away. So
Like you've always done.
exactly, like, and that's it. Like I've always done. I want people to be reminded of that active champ that I was, and that's what they're going to see straight away. So I mean, moving up and getting that fight back would be great, but at the same time, when's that going to happen? Is that going to be next year, or you know what I mean? Like he's
Mm-hmm.
probably he's trying to do the lightweight title thing. By the time that happens, and then I actually face him, I'm planning on having 2-3 fights by then.
Yeah.
So 2-3 defenses. Then we do it. Say if he was to win the belt, like it doesn't get much bigger than that. Imagine us fighting while he's a champ, I'm champ, after defending a few more times. It doesn't get much bigger than that.
No, I think that's exactly the way to do it, right? Get the wins back. Remember everybody why you are, on top for such a long time already. You're 2 days out from the fight right now. When you look at the fight this Saturday, how do you feel you're going to get the job done?
Yeah, man. It's just I think my experience is going to be a little bit too much. I think I could capitalize on a few things on the feet, on the ground, if need me.
Uh-huh.
But like I said, he's going to be aggressive, so there's definitely going to be opportunities for me to capitalize on that. But I'll be smart. I reckon I find him. I honestly think I get the finish with this one early because of his style. But if not, I reckon I could tire him out and get the finish later in them rounds when he's tired. But ready for war. If it goes 5 rounds, obviously I can take it there as well.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for your time. I know you have other obligations. You got a weight cut to finish. All the best this Saturday. We can't wait to see you fight. And thank you, man.
No worries, man. Thank you. Appreciate
All right.
you.
Have a good day, Alex. Bye bye.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. You have a good one.